I have the pillar out of the container now, and in daylight you can see that the finish on it is really pretty rough. It has this strange Piet Mondrian change in texture halfway down. I've taken the handles off the doors already to replate them. You've seen the replating process on that, worked quite well. Yeah, I think I can see a fair bit of grinding on this. It's actually in worse shape than I initially thought. As I said, in daylight I can see there are a whole bunch of scuffs and nicks that need to be repaired. I'm also going to get that spindle out as well. So I gave it a clean up, but there's still a lot of that horrible gungy grease in there as well. So I'm going to try and take it off. It looks like someone's had a go at this already. And I did have a go earlier on with a screwdriver, but no dice. So I think I might have to get a torch on to do it as well. So let's see how we go. Oh, that was actually quite difficult. Not so much because of the stuck nut. One of the nuts was moving free, the other one was stuck. But because every time I tried to undo having slackened off one of the nuts, every time I just try to undo the other nut, the center section just span round and round. So in the end, I had to put a claw hack grip onto it. I did put a little tiny bit of a graze in the plating there, but not a lot I can do about that. Anyhow, it's out, and yeah, it's old, nasty, sticky grease. Looks like someone's tried to get some molybdenum grease in there as well. Probably shouldn't be doing that with bare hands, but it's out now, so I can give it a good clean up and get it moving a bit more freely. Yeah, as I suspected, the bearings in here were just packed solid. They weren't moving at all. The grease had just got really old and yuck. It's actually coming out in fairly solid chunks. There's also a couple of ball bearings missing. So I don't know what's happened there. It looks like it's been disassembled at some point and maybe a bearing was missed. Anyhow, I shall give these a clean up and repack it. I think I might just replace all the ball bearings. I get a completely new set online. Hopefully I can find something that's right size. I'll get a micrometer onto these in a bit so I can find out what size to get. Now I've got the spindle cleaned up. You can see the damage that those non-spinning bearings have caused. They just dug enormous grooves. I say enormous. Dug grooves into the spindle here. So this is the weight bearing surface. So what I'm going to do is when I put it back, I'm just going to rotate it so that the bearings sit on this fresh surface. So I'll repack it as well so that we actually have the bearings spinning, and hopefully that'll protect this new surface. It's kind of a good thing to see stuff like this. It means that the machine has been used. There'll be no indication, I think, unless you were actually looking for it. But there was a problem. So this is not on the previous owner. It's just one of those things. I could put it in a lathe and try and tidy it up, but if I do, I'm going to take a significant amount of metal off, and the fit with the bearing is going to be even worse. So as I said, I'll just put it back. I'll rotate it. So this surface is now taking the load from the clock drive. And hopefully that'll protect it for a few years. I've finished off the doors for the pier. They come up quite nicely. All those gashes and gouges have been hidden now. So the next thing to do is to finish off the pier itself. And again, I've patched up the gashes and gouges, which there were plenty. And I've put some surface primer on the bare metal. And what I'm going to do now is just give the whole thing a coat of spray putty. Rub it down with 400 grit, and then it'll be time to give it a coat of satin black. This is the weight for the clock drive. It's got a fair old bit of heft to it. I'm thinking probably about 4.5, maybe 5 kilos, so 10 pounds plus if you're watching this from the States. It sits inside the pillar of the mount, and so it's not actually visible, but I'm looking at this finish, and I really want to get it back to something a little bit more acceptable. So I'm going to clean it off and give it a respray, just for my peace of mind, knowing that there's a nice bright new surface finish to the weight. See how it cleans up and repaint. So that looks a lot better. Additionally, a good coating of primer and paint will protect it from any further rusting and degradation. So as I said, no one's going to see it but me, but it's just nice to know that it's looking probably how it would have when the machine was first together. I just clear coated the pier after giving it several coats of Canyon Black, Rust-Oleum Canyon Black rather. So this is a really good match for the Unitron Black. In fact, when you spray it on, it's very difficult to tell the difference between the two. It's kind of a shame that I have to use a spray can to do the Canyon Black. So in Australia, we can only get it in the aerosol cans. We can't get bulk tins. I much prefer using a spray gun because it's a lot more control. You can get a much better finish, I think, with a spray gun compared to a spray can. This has gone okay. There are no sags or drips on it, so that's all right. I think the really nice thing about the Canyon Black is that it goes on, and as I said, it's an almost seamless match for the Unitron Black that we have. So that's as you can just see the solvents flashing off from the clear coat there. So that's the pillar done. The next thing to do is the foot of the pier. Most of this is just going to be washing the dirt off. There are a couple of chips on there, but I think I'll just smooth the edges of the paint out. There's a bit of a chip just here, and once the foot is cleaned up, I think it'll be pretty good. As I said, the Unitron Black is a very good match for the Canyon Black, Satin Canyon Black, and so I think when the pillar's sitting on there, you won't notice the difference. I mean, if it is, I'll just rough up the paint on the pillar and give it a coat of Canyon Black as well. So nearly there with that.